I wanted to pick up on the discussion we were having about K through 12 education because we have to talk about the funding side of it too, and not just the per pupil spending, but where that money comes from. And for most districts in the state, it comes from local property taxes. And with property tax increases in Chicago in the last year by Tiny Dancer and property taxes ever spiraling, generally speaking, we have the highest, Illinoisans pay the highest property taxes in the nation. And I wonder, I've heard you talk previously about the idea that the state should be picking up more of the burden so that property tax relief can be provided. What do you say, and what is the speaker's idea with respect to property tax relief that actually does relieve Illinois families of the overwhelming burden they shoulder?
For a number of years, there was the idea, and you mentioned former Senator Meeks earlier. He was probably the last really strong advocate of the so-called swap that said, well, we're going to cut the local taxes, local property taxes, replace it with, state income tax dollars, basically. I'm not sure on final review that anybody could ever actually make that work, and you could put in the controls that kept the local taxes low. And so people have kind of walked away from that idea. Do you give some thought to a local government or a local school, say income tax surcharge, and then replace it that way? Is income a better way to measure a citizen's ability to pay for government services and goods than property? I mean, that was how that all really got going, that they sensed that if you had property, that meant you had means, you had some ability to pay. I'm not sure that's the case anymore.
Well, yeah, right. Go down to South Suburban Cook County.
Right.
Somebody's got a home in Flossmoor that's worth $150,000 today, and they pay $15,000 in property taxes. Sure. I mean, you have tens of thousands of families, hundreds of thousands of families that are going to end up, if they stay in Illinois, and many are not, they're going to pay for their house at least another half to full time, in addition to paying for it almost twice with a 30-year fixed mortgage. They're going to pay for it another half to full time on property taxes alone. Right. Property tax bills that exceed your monthly mortgage payment. That is not exactly an example of a healthy economy or sensible public policy, is it? Where your property tax bill would exceed your monthly mortgage? Well,
that's why I'd say this is property anymore a reasonable barometer of your ability to pay for goods and services? And so do you need to look at go a different direction in that area?
Well, maybe rather than this kind of Byzantine formula, by which property is assessed in all 101 counties and Cook County, of course, differently, maybe we should take it away from the mystics and just have a straight market-based valuation. And like other states do, California, for example, not exactly a bastion of conservatism, you only see a property tax increase when you either improve the property or sell it. And that's a way to truly have property tax caps and keep your property taxes low, so that the largest investment that most people make in their lives is an investment that generates a real return.